can dish you out. Frustration, disappointment, and pain. For example, being raised in a household until the age of 13 with no running water or a bathroom, 2 steps backwards. Being in a home with an alcoholic father, watching him commit infidelity on your mother while physically and emotionally abusing her in front of you. Being in a home, being abused by your father and isolated from the world and never feeling like you were going to amount to anything. Getting a scholarship to go away to college, only to find yourself pregnant, on the streets, homeless, and alone. Did you know that 1 out of every 4 girls in the United States of America will have experienced abuse by the age of 18? It was surprising to me when I looked at the stats and realized that my sisters and I were 4 of them. The cost of abuse is a real deal that can cause depression, anxiety, suicidal thoughts, trust issues, relationship problems. Did you also know that 91% of the perpetrators are people that they know? The face of this problem is in all communities, regardless of economic status, race, or religion. Here is my story, and you might have one too. When I was a little girl, I used to be afraid to go to sleep at night. And I would look out the window up at the stars in the sky, and I would say, whoever is holding the stars in the sky, please watch over me, my sisters, and my family. And as I said, abuse has a cost. And did you know that the total lifetime economic burden of child sexual abuse in the United States of America is estimated at $9.3 billion? Adult survivors often struggle with processing what they survived as a child and often exhibit symptoms of emotional symptoms and psychological symptoms and physical symptoms to include toxic relationships, poor choices of friends, and patterns of self-sabotage. The research also suggests that the different types of traumatic experiences may affect people differently based on how severe those situations were, and it also determines how empathetic they will be as adults, meaning being concerned about others who are hurting. How did I make it out, and how can you make it out? I went on a drive to grow spiritually and discovered that yes, it was a part of my story. And yes, it is a part of my history. But it no longer has to be me, and it no longer has to be you. No more chains holding me, and no more chains holding you. Who the Son sets free is free indeed. Two steps forward. I can remember when I was 8.5 months pregnant and I was alone. And a Christian woman took me in off the streets and allowed me to live with her. I used to walk to work every day, to and from work every day, because I couldn't afford a car at the time. And one day when I was walking to work, I had a pink maternity shirt on and blue jean maternity pants. And I was crossing a railroad track. And I was thinking to myself, how did I get to this place in my life? Then all of a sudden, I heard a voice deep down in my soul say, you will never repeat your steps again, but you have to keep on stepping. And wherever the sole of your feet tread, I will bless. Have I not commanded you to be strong and to be of good courage, and don't be afraid, for the Lord thou God will be with you wherever you go? You see, I believe it was at that moment, when I heard those words at that moment, was the first star of hope for me. You see, it was the one who held the stars in the sky. All those nights I cried out as a little girl, whoever holds the stars in the sky, please watch over me, my sisters, and my family. My second star of hope was my child, who lit up my pathway and gave me the strength to push my way through the dark. My third stars were close friends who held my hand and helped me to walk my way out of the dark into the light. My fourth stars were clergymen and women who guided me along the way until I was able to see the woman I was meant to be, you see. My fifth stars were coaches and counselors and life, it was spiritual leaders, you see. It was everyone in the community that stood up for me. 2 steps forward. What can a community do to help women in our community that are acting out the cost of abuse? Be the community that will walk and talk and share hope with those, to help them walk their way out of the dark into the light. A safe place, a safe star that will take them by the hand, not judge them, but look at them and understand their pain. Women, you can keep stepping forward and believe that as you keep stepping forward, there will be a star on your pathway in the community that will help you continue the way. Women, don't be as concerned about the 2 steps forward as celebrating the many steps you take along the way, because it's in those steps where you gain courage. It's in those steps where you gain strength. It's in those steps where you gain perseverance and resiliency to help you continue the way. And one day, you'll look up like I did, and you'll notice not only have you taken 2 steps forward, but you have taken many, many more. Abuse has a cost, but freedom from it has rewards too. You can choose freedom today and show up in this world being whoever you want to be, doing whatever you want to do, and becoming whatever you want to become. You see, that's what freedom has done for me and what freedom can do for you, because my Redeemer heals the brokenhearted and he sets the captive man free. And I am a living witness of that today. They say, research says, that women that have an abusive background have a deeper level of effective empathy, cognitive empathy, social skills, where you care about the hurt of others. Today, I challenge my stars in the community, you. For when you see someone who is being abused, it's important to be that shining star by providing a lending hand and to create a safe place for them to feel safe with you and to help them find their voice. Today, I challenge those who have been abused or being abused to go and look yourself in the mirror and give yourself permission to emerge despite your past or present situation. Every place that the sole of your foot shall tread upon, you shall have, because you're trusting beyond what this world alone could ever offer you. There is no mountain too high or valley too low. You can't overcome when you give yourself permission to emerge. Sometimes, your past is your future purposes. Now, I have a gift that I would like to leave with you, and that is, give yourself permission to emerge. Explore the community that surrounds you that's there to help you bloom. Look around the community for friends, life coaches, ministers, clergy leaders, spiritual leaders that you can safely connect with during your blooming process. Remember that abuse is not a life sentence, but a life filled with opportunities to turn your pain into gain by emerging into the beautiful, bold, and bright women that you are. Remember, the way you start is not the way you finish. It's not the way you have to finish, you see. It is not in your own strength that you'll be able to do this. It will take the one who holds the stars in the sky working through the community to stop abuse. And it will take the one who holds the stars above to heal it. Because he is the light of the world. And he who follows him will not walk in darkness, but walk in the light of life. Finally, I want to leave with you what my Aunt Bunk left with me. And that is, look towards the light, and the shadow of darkness will fall behind. Thank you.